So I thought it would be fun to go through my chronograph collection. I'll be going from the cheapest to the most expensive, and we'll be looking at the specifications and design aspects of each watch. So let's start by taking a look at the cheapest watch in the collection. This is a Methodist professional chronograph. Methodist is what I guess you can consider a micro brand based out of Switzerland. They have a couple of watches in their catalogue. This one really stood out to me as I really like the design. I think if I was to design a chronograph, it'd probably look something like this. It is a quartz chronograph that features a Ronda StarTech 5040D, so it's a Swiss-made watch with a Swiss-made movement. Let's take a look at the chronograph in action. The lower subdial we have the split seconds, the right subdial we have seconds, and then you have the minutes on the left. And it all lines up nicely. The watch is quite large, it's 43mm. It has a thickness of 12mm, and the lug width is 22mm. You have different options when ordering the watch. You can either get it on a black and grey NATO and get it on a leather strap, or also comes on a steel bracelet. On a NATO strap, this watch comes in at just under £250, which I think is a very good price for a Swiss-made chronograph. I purchased the watch on the grey and black NATO strap, and the company actually chucked in one of the leather straps for free. I've since then changed it onto this Zulu Diver burgundy and grey strap, which I think complements the watch really well, as there is some red text on the dial. So you have applied hour markers. They don't have a surround. It is baton shaped hour markers which are applied straight onto the dial. You have highly polished hands. The seconds hand from the chronograph is also highly polished. You have the Swiss made down at 6 o'clock and Methodist professional chronograph at 12 o'clock. The case has a brush finished, even on the sides. You do have the small chamfered edge going around the bezel, which is high polished, and the pushers for the chronograph are also high polished. Now it looks like an aluminium bezel to me, as it has this sort of texture to it. There's not much to see on the case back. It just says Methodist and it's brushed, and it has the usual watch specs on the back. I'm not sure what the glass is. It says sapphire coated, scratch resistant on the website, so I presume that means it's a sapphire crystal. It has 100 meters water resistance. Let's take a look at this watch on wrist. So I really love the look of this watch on wrist. Like I said, it comes in at 43mm, but those of you guys that have been watching my channel for a little while, you know that I like a bigger watch. I think it looks great on this NATO strap. The red really complements the text on the dial really well. It's just a great looking watch. I think at the price point, £250 on the NATO strap, you know, it comes with nice packaging, Swiss made movement. It's just a great watch, I think, if you're looking for a chronograph for your collection. You know, you don't have a really high budget, this is definitely something to consider. And the chronograph is really cool with that split second subdial at the bottom. It's got a really nice feel to the chronograph. Everything lines up nice and straight when you reset. Just a great watch. Okay, let's go on to the second most expensive watch in my collection, and it is the Heuer Formula One. So I recently posted a video about this watch last week. Go and check it out if you haven't already. It's a great watch, also coming in at 43mm. It has a quartz movement, and again it has the split seconds at the bottom, seconds on the right, and minutes on the left. Everything lines up nicely. As you can expect from a tag, it's a beautiful finish. Got these highly polished edges on the side of the case. Brushed finishes on the top. applied hour markers filled with lume, highly polished, hands are highly polished. Sapphire crystal. So this watch comes in at around £1,200 retail. You can pick them up on the used market for less than £1,000, usually around 800 or 900. You know, if you've got a little bit more money to spend on a chronograph and you don't mind quartz, then this should definitely be on your radar. The bracelet is really nicely finished. The clasp is really nice. Deployment clasp. Everything that you can expect from a tag Heuer. Let's put it on wrist and have a look. So there's the tag on wrist. Again, it's quite a large watch, but I really like that. Has a great presence. I love the white contrasting subdials on the watch. It gives it a really nice look. I kind of wish they did a panda, like a white dial with black subdials. I think that'd be really cool. Got the tachymeter going around the bezel there. It's not too high. It comes in just nice. I'll take it off and we can have a look at see what it comes in height wise. So let's take a look and see what it's coming in at. So it's coming in at just over 12mm. Great looking piece in my opinion. The red on the chronograph second hands just really makes it pop. So yeah, if you've got around £1,000 to spend on a chronograph, or you're in the market for a chronograph, then again, I think this watch should definitely be on your radar. Right, let's take a look at the most expensive watch in the collection. It is the Eterna Royal Kontiki Flyback chronograph. So I believe at retail, this was around £5,000. They don't make them anymore, so it's hard to really find out a price for them. On the used market, they usually go for between £2,000 and £3,000, so you can get them for almost half price for what they were retail. For some reason, the Eternas don't really seem to hold their value very well, apart from specific models. I think this model does tend to hold its value a bit better than the rest. It's quite a rare model, they don't come up on the market very often. So this watch I believe comes in at 42mm. It's coming in at 43.5 there, including the crown you're looking at just over 46mm. So again, this is quite a large watch. But for me it's just a beautiful watch. It's kind of got a Hublot-esque look with that bezel. But I mean, Eterna have been around a lot longer than Hublot. The bezel is highly polished. You have to be really careful with the bezel. It does tend to pick up scratches quite easily. You have this high polished chamfered edge around here, and then the rest of the case is brushed. You have the chronograph pushers on the side, which I think are kind of, well, they look like plastic, but I don't know, they're probably something fancier than plastic. And then you have the crown, which is a really cool detail. It has the Eterna logo in the crown, which is the 5 ball bearings. But I don't know if you can see, they're kind of sunk. So they're 3D, and it looks like they have a sort of resin or something over the top. Really nice little feature that. So even though there's 2 subdials, on the right subdial there's 2 hands. You have the minutes hand and the hour hand, and then the seconds is on the left side. So instead of having 3 subdials, the subdial on the right has 2 functions, which is really cool. You have the date window at 6 o'clock. Obviously the logo and stuff at the 12 o'clock. It does feature an in-house flyback movement, which is absolutely beautiful. There's expedition case back here. It was really rare to get a flyback movement for that sort of price, on the used market anyway. You'd be looking at paying double that for a flyback chronograph movement from a different manufacturer. It has all the usual specs on the back there. Now it isn't up and going because I have to admit I don't wear this watch very often. I should do, because it's a great watch and it's really comfortable on this. It has a really nice high quality sort of silicone strap here with a sign buckle. Some of them do come on a stainless steel strap, I believe, but I think it looks really cool on this type of strap. Let's take a look at this watch on wrist. It's just a great looking watch on wrist. I'm so glad that I pulled the trigger and got this watch. I actually got it off Watch Finder for an absolute steal. I think they had it for a while and they accepted a bid that I made on the watch. This looks great. It's a great size. The strap is really nice and comfortable. It's a great looking watch. I might actually get this going and wear it today. So yeah, if you have a little bit more money to spend, £2,000 to £3,000, you might be able to pick up one of these. Like I said, they're quite rare. They don't come up on the market very often. But if one does come up, I would highly recommend taking it. In my opinion, I think it's going to be a future classic. I think the pricing eventually will start to go up. Especially if Eterna, their future is a bit rocky at the moment. We're not sure if they're going to stick around for much longer. They've exchanged hands a few times. So, you know, if Eterna, the company, stop trading these watches, the prices might go up even higher. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. I didn't say much about the tag as I uploaded a video a few days ago. So if you want to know more information about the tag or any of these watches, I have made videos individually about all of them on my channel. Let me know in the comments which is your favourite. I'd love to hear your opinions. Leave me a like if you've enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you.